Mom, can we get a PSP for Christmas? You already have a PSP. PSP at home. Greetings everyone, and welcome back to a video of me playing around with another random bootleg gaming console thing that I found in my random box of miscellaneous electronic clones and bootlegs and stuff like that. You've already seen it, so here it is here. It's the Sony MP4, MP5 SV-2008 made in Japan. Something just doesn't seem quite correct with all of that right there. Sony MP4, MP5, made in Japan. This was bought from cash converters back in 2015. I remember that because there's a sticker on the back that says 2015. But we'll have a look over the whole console first. But this is extremely thin for back in, let's just say 2008 when it was made. According to the model number SV-2008, this appears to be trying to be a PSP, not really at all. It's kind of got some similarities you will see very soon, but we have the unit itself with fingerprints on the screen already. Well done, me. The screen is a 2.8 inch, probably 240 by 320 LCD. We appear to have two speaker grills at the front, but that's a deception because the speaker's actually at the side. We have the buttons. Now the buttons are a very good point of interest on this model because some of the buttons sound a little something, you know. Then some buttons just have no audible click to them. And then this side, the D-pad is one of the most horrific things I've ever had to use on a device. It sounds like... if you're trying to press left and down like that, it's all good. Don't worry, it's fine. But yeah, D-pad or circular D-pad thing. We have an escape button. We have an LED just there. We have A, B, X, Y. M button. It's a new button. It's M. It's the menu button. We have escape as well, so you can escape reality and just see you later. That made a cool noise on my Pepsi can then. That was unintentional. On the side, we appear to have the real speaker grill just there. Someone has been in this. I have a feeling it was me, but that's okay. We have a tiny, tiny, itty bitty little reset button just there. We have an on button and a switch. This switch is a lock switch, like on the PSP. You would press and hold it to do the whole lock thingamajiggy. Well, the same things here, except it's just a switch. You don't just sort of flick it up and then let it go and it goes back to normal. It's just a switch up, switch down. In more simplistic terms, it's a keypad lock. That'll do. On the bottom, we have an SD card slot. You could probably put up to about 4 gigabytes of storage on top of the 2 gigabytes that's already built into this. So you could have almost 6 gigabytes worth of excellent movies and music and games and all that sort of good stuff on the go. It could have been worth it back in the day, but we have a mini USB port. We've got an AV out just there to connect it up to your TV if you want to, and then we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. There's also this little bit if you wanted to put a keychain on it and attach it to your keys. Feel free. And we also have a camera shutter button because, ta-da, on the back there's a camera built into it. There's a lot going on with this thing. It's the PMP as well. I don't know what you heard about me. Something, 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 something. Something, 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 something. 'Cause I'm a PMP. Portable media player. It has MP3, MP4 AVI. Woof, does anyone remember AVI? Oh, I remember that format. SD MMC, so you could put an SD card or an MMC card in here, depending on what you wanted to pick. It has a microphone. That's good. It also has EQ and then some circles. I'd assume that they're representing some audio dials just there. And then the last one is underneath the sticker from Cash Converters, which, yeah, the 10th of the 4th, 2015. And it still works. This thing still works perfectly fine. I have no idea how or why, but it just does. What's under here is... oh, Universal Serial Bus. We'll just stick that back down and pretend it wasn't there. But otherwise for the build, this is all aluminium, and then the rest is just plastic. And it's fairly lightweight and got some rattle to it. But otherwise, that's pretty much this thing. And as a bit of a size comparison, I have a limited edition God of War PSP that needs a battery, and I paid $50 for this from the Salvos, as they're called in Australia, aka the Salvation Army, but it needs a battery, but I know it works, but as a size comparison, that sort of gives you a, rough idea of how thick the PSP was and how thin this thing is. So this thing has a battery in it, a motherboard, a screen, a speaker, a card slot, all this sort of stuff thrown in here. Amazing technology, man. Also, the Sony logo. You can see the real one versus the fake one. Looking good? Alright, cool. We got an understanding? Alrighty. Let's power up our new friend, the SV-2008. So if you press and hold the on button, a little LED comes on, and it's a loading device. Or it's an Econ device. Or it's an unknown device. But there we go, we've booted up to this fairly basic layout with a video player, audio player, picture view, camera, DV, audio rec. It's not audio recorder, it's audio rec. Learning, because you can learn with this. Game. Tool. Just one. That was an Ashton's reference. System setup and video player. We're back to the start. That was pretty quick. The system sounds for this are kind of borrowed from somewhere, and I'm going to just hold it up to the microphone. You might have to bear with the whole clickiness of the buttons, but I'll try my best so you can hear it. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but those sounds are lifted directly from American Online or AOL. I'm pretty sure they are, like the instant messaging thing that they had. I remember receiving AOL discs in the mail in like 2004 or something like that. Good times, man, good times. Well, let's go ahead and start opening things up, and we'll have a look at what this thing can do. So I'm going to start with system setup. So in order to go to a setting, you've got to press M, which will then bring you into the system setup, which kind of looks like Windows Mobile 6.0, kind of, a little bit. And then from here, I think you can just press any of these buttons. No, you got to press M again. Okay, so we've got English, Chinese, traditional Chinese, and Korean. We'll just leave it as English, just in case. We have default, which will make everything default, which I'll do no. And you've got to press escape to go back. So these are your two navigation buttons as well as the D-pad. Sound, we can have speaker on and keytone on. That's good. Auto off. We've got never, 15 minutes, 3 minutes, and 60 minutes. Let's just leave it as 3 minutes. Style. Oh, that's, I'm pretty sure that's instant messaging right there. Yeah. It's not MSN. Lovely and pretty. Let's choose pretty. Success. Oh, it's purple now. Okay. It just changed the background and that's it. That's good. Let's put it back to lovely. There we go. And power mode. They really done good on the that battery there, didn't they? What the hell is hanging off it? It's two hands holding the battery up. Okay. Power mode is never, 1 minute, half minute, and 3 minute. I'll just leave it as 3 minute. That's okay. Alright, cool. So we've got a good understanding of the system setup. Let's go to tool. We've got calc, which if we open up calculator, it looks like a calculator. But so, oh no, you got to press M for that. Oh, yep. M. 2 plus. Okay, you know what? I don't know how it works, but that's alright. Notepad has specifications. And there's the specifications of this unit. It's the SunPlus S PMP 3050 Solution 2.8 inch TFT screen, real 10 megapixel camera. Yeah, we'll get to the camera soon. Digital camera and DC function, support DV function, long recording function, built-in speaker, audio play function. How the fuck are you supposed to use the keyboard on this? You're right. You're supposed to go through all of these and go, yep, go to one of them and press X or, no, X is to save it. I think it's M? Yeah, you got to press M. M and escape. It's so weird. You'd think these would be controlling some of the UI, but no, it's M and escape, because why not? The camera shutter button is also... Yep, makes complete sense and looking very Windows-like there. Okay, we'll just do no. We'll go back. Memory, we have 2 gigabytes. We've only used 80 megabytes. and there's no SD card in there, so everything's all good at this point in time. 2 gigabytes is what it claims to have, and I think it does actually have 2 gigabytes. You can actually upgrade the system on this as well. You'd put the flash file on the system memory or an SD card, and then you can perform a system upgrade. But God knows where you'd get that from nowadays. That's probably long gone. And then we have version, which is version 4.01.081017. So up to date, maybe. Games will come back to. Let's go to learning. We have ebook, which is exactly the same as Notepad. So learning was really fun. Did we learn anything? Nope. Okay. Audio recorder. Okay. Now can we play it? Maybe not. Has it frozen? Have I broken it? Maybe we'll come back to that. DV, if we open this up, it will show us our lovely camera, which is 320 by 240. If we press menu, it starts recording. A brings up the menu, which is very Windows-like again, so the video size is 160 by 128 or 320 by 240, and the quality is high, middle, and low, and the effects, we can choose a bunch of different effects. We have negative, which we can choose. That didn't work. We need something to demonstrate. So that's what that looks like. Solaris looks like normal. Relief is that, which looks kind of cool, I guess. Binaries looks like that. Sepia is looking like a Instagram filter before Instagram filters were a thing. And lastly, we have black and white, which looks like black and white. So using this in black and white mode, you could go out to the middle of nowhere and try and capture a sighting of Bigfoot if you wanted to, or UFOs, whatever you prefer. And that's pretty much the video recorder. So we'll go out of that and go into camera, which, camera, man, camera. 1600 by 1200 is the image size, but you can't zoom in picture mode. I sat there going like this, trying to zoom with the camera, and nothing works. I pressed all the buttons and nothing. Just doesn't work. But I have taken some test photos and a test video with this, and I'm going to show you soon. But before I show them, I just want to talk about the display, because while outside trying to take photos with this thing, impossible. Since this uses a TFT LCD, pretty much when you start to move it to the side, you start to lose the definition of the screen. You can't really see anything that's going on. But showing it up close to the camera, you can pretty much count each individual pixel. But for a cheap device though, it's not a bad display. It will do. But pretty much, yeah, when I went outside, I'm just sort of pointing it around going, I think I'm taking a photo of something. I think maybe, yeah, that'll do. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the photos and video that I took with this thing. Get yourselves ready for some really good 10 megapixel shots. 10 megapixels. Okay, sure.
Testing the camera quality that comes with the Sony MP4, MP5 SV-2008 thing. That is a frog, but you might be able to, there you go. You can kind of see what's going on, sort of. This is a 320 by 240. Good stuff. It's also very windy, so it's probably going to hit the microphone wherever the hell that's located. Also, because of the screen being very low quality, if I tilt it ever so slightly, I can't see what's on the screen, so hopefully I've got the three Muppets on screen. I think I do. There is Ripley there. Hi. Yeah. Looking good. Amazing, epic brick wall pan. Looking at maybe 20 frames a second? No, 15 maybe. Let's do it just there. Chillin'. Cool. and then lemon tree, like so, yeah. And then the faraway aircon is just there, but oh, I can zoom. Holy crap! That's a 2x zoom just there. You can't zoom in photos, which is extremely weird, but there you go. I'll just put that back and call it a day.
Well, for 2008, I can't really say anything bad about that, considering that Wacom devices in 2021 have cameras that record in 480p. This in 2008 was doing 240p, which is not too bad. But anyways, you can all debate amongst yourselves if the quality on this was good for 2008. Well, I'm just assuming it's 2008 by the model number anyways. One of the pictures that's loaded by default is her. I don't know if she's famous or anything like that, but she's on there. I don't know. Yeah, Froggo looked barely like a Froggo. Yeah, all of the images are captured on there. For 2008, it will do. Alright, for 2008, it will do. And all the images of me sitting there going, how do I zoom with this? And just giving up. And going, I don't know how to zoom. And then in Video Player, there's a default video called girls.mp4. The song is called Heartful by Sugar Toys Factory. I might get copyright striked for playing that. That's okay. And then the videos that I took with this are pretty much on there like so. You can trigger the user interface there to put the volume up. Oh, maybe.
There
you go. That's what it's like. Also, I just realized the speaker's here, not there. So I don't know what that serves, what purpose that's... Oh, that's for the microphone. I should have realized sooner, but it just didn't click with me. But anyways, that's what video quality looks like. The speaker, though, we have BFG Division on this. Let's play BFG Division and see what it sounds like. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So we do have the sound recording I just made before, which, that was it. So let's play BFG Division. If it's going to play. Is it going to play? No, it's not going to play. Probably because it's a high bitrate MP3 file. Well, I'm going to have to convert that down to a lower bitrate, so we'll be right back. Okay, let's see if my little trick worked. Good sounds, man. Good sounds. There we go. This sounds like a tin can, but that's alright. We'll just get our sound meter, put it on max, and there we go. 100 decibels. Yeah, 100 decibels we got to. The speaker's that small, so you can't expect it to do too much. But honestly, what I think it is those really, really cheap earphones. Just the speaker in one of them, they've just plonked it in there and went, that's pretty good, that'll do it. Yeah, you can play music, providing you pretty much have to chop the bitrate in half for it to play, and you have a headphone jack. What more could you ask for? It's exactly like a PSP at this point in time, man. You got a lot of things you can do on this. And now pretty much what we're left with is games. Can this play games? The answer is yes, it can. What games can it play? It can play NES games, which is good. It can play Game Boy games, which is also good. It can play Game Boy Color games, which is even better, but that's it. I've tried Master System, I've tried Mega Drive, I tried Super Nintendo, and they're all on here. The ROMs are on here. I do own a physical copy of each game that I've put on here, so don't sue me. Super Nintendo doesn't show up, Game Boy Advance doesn't show up, Mega Drive does show up, but if you try and open it, it just says incorrect file, I think. The file type error. Let's start from the top and go Super Mario Bros. One of the most well-known games to run on pretty much any bootleg game console. If we go ahead and open it up, there it is there, Super Mario Bros. How does it play? It runs at like 10 frames a second. all the buttons just feel extremely stiff and just super clicky and just... This is NES emulation. Wait till we get to Game Boy emulation. The buttons on this are just, yeah, pretty unusable. They're just so clicky and... Yeah. Let's try another game, which... You think that escape would work, right? Escape is now the select key, so how do you exit from a game? You go to the on button, which you've all probably forgotten about at this point in time. You press this, and that exits it. There you go. Which I'll demonstrate the lock, like so. There you go, can't do anything now. Then you unlock it, and you can use it again. I'll show you Pokemon Red. Because everyone knows Pokemon Red. Everyone knows what it looks like and how it plays. It barely plays. What is your name? Why not? Right, so your name is Butt. Yep. Absolutely. My rival's name is... John. But your very own Pokemon Legend's about to begin. Ta-da! Oh god, the music. I mean, the speaker of this is just ripping the music to shreds. There we go, that might help just a little bit. Game Boy ROMs run, but pretty much like NES at 10, 15 frames a second. Very, very choppy, not really the best, but they work. So, let's try Pokemon Gold, which is a considerable upgrade. So this will be interesting to see how this runs. Not good. Not good. Nope. No faith. My name is Taylor. That's right, you don't get to name your rival in this. Oh god, the speaker's fucking horrendous. It's not Sunday. It's, I don't even know what day it is, honestly. You know what? It doesn't run, half bad. Maybe 10 FPS. Yeah, it's a bit worse than the, just normal standard Game Boy. But, you know, it's, you can play Game Boy Color games on the go if you want. I don't know what the battery capacity is in this. I charged it up for about an hour or so, and it said it was full. We'd have to tear it down to get a better look at the guts of this thing. There's not really much to say about these. They just work. That's pretty much all I can say is they just work. If you can put up with the speaker in this thing, which, honestly, who even owns one of these? I probably might be the only person that owns this thing, because I've never seen another one like this. Never. I mean, not that I've been actively looking for one, but maybe someone does have one. Let me know if someone has one, or can find one of these on the web somewhere. It can play games. NES games, Game Boy games, and Game Boy Color games. As for anything else though, it won't work. Oh, there's the menu button. File protect, lock and unlock, delete file, and TV output, LCD output, NTSC, and PAL output. I wish I had a cable laying around to try the TV output, but I'm pretty sure you know what's going to happen. It'll just display exactly what's here on the TV at whatever the resolution's going to be, and that's basically it. But that's this Sony MP4, MP5 SV-2008 made in Japan. When we tear this down, it'll say made in China, probably right behind here somewhere. For 2008, if you couldn't afford a PSP and this was online for like $30 or something like that, it might have been pretty cool to play some NES ROMs or some Game Boy games or something like that on the go. Take a couple of pictures of things in poor quality, listen to some music in a low bit rate, and learn stuff. Like just putting notes on here and trying to type with the on-screen keyboard, navigating with the terrible D-pad, and yeah, this thing's good. It's good quality. But what I'm going to do is power it off, which, by the way, Lucky it didn't have welcome on boot up, that would have been something. But let's go ahead and tear this apart and just get a better look and understanding of this PMP portable media player Sony thing. Okay, so how does one get into the PMP SV-2008? Well, there's two screws that hold this piece down, so we'll just grab these out. Okay, and now this comes off like so. So we have our first piece that just sort of pops off like that, and yeah, that's the D-pad. So we'll just kind of leave that on there like so, and that button there. There's the D-pad there. So yeah, that's why that's so clicky, is because of that. But I'm pretty sure, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that this just slides out, but I'm actually not too sure it slides out. Now I do want to take some caution while tearing this apart because I do not want to break it. How do I even continue with this? Oh, well, that was easy. Maybe I'll just leave that on there. That's fine. There we go. Just perfect. Oh! Hello. Yep. That's it. Well, there you go. So, yep, that's the complete shell just there. That's aluminium. Now we have the guts, which I can probably clean the screen, actually. There we go. Now it's factory. I'm going to flip it around. Here we go. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, the battery is a 500 milliamp hour one, and it hasn't swelled up, which is amazing. So, well done to this thing. There's your 10 megapixel camera just there. We'll get to that in a second. I'm going to try and pull this out ever so slightly. How does one pull this out without breaking it? Is a good friggin' question. Oh shit, there's a screw holding it down. Okay, so I found a screw that needs to come out, so get out. There we go. So we've got the LCD, which appears to be soldered directly down. Yep. So we've got some codes there. If anyone wants to look that up, feel free. We do have some codes there saying that it's an AJ285 version 3. The camera, does that have any codes on it? It does. Oh, this is interesting. It's an XHB 7676FN, and I think that's the 13th of the 6th, 2008 there. So yeah, 2008 would make sense. I mean, 08 there, 2008 on there. Yeah, 2008's the manufacturing date for this. We could play it in this state if we wanted to. If we're absolute mad lads, we can just play it in this state. Let's go launch Super Mario Brothers. Just sit on the bus like this and just be like, yeah, just playing a casual game of, yep, casual game of Super Mario Brothers. Can't press two buttons at the same time. Everything's fine. But yeah, there's the two headphone jacks on there. One's an AV out and the 3.5mm headphone jack. There's a lot of components going on. There's the Samsung module there as well, which I'm not too sure what that's going to be, but I'll have a Google and see what that comes back with. And then the battery should just sort of... There we go. Okay, so we have some double-sided tape on the processor just here, and I can't tell what that is. Bullshit, is that a MediaTek? No, surely not. The power of alcohol will reveal to us what this is. The chip is actually a SunPlus. There it is. SunPlus. I thought it was a MediaTek thing at first, but no, it's a SunPlus, which is what it actually had in the specification sheet. And I'd say that would be the RAM module just there. Can I see what it says? I don't think I can. But the power of alcohol reveals it to be there you go, you might be able to just see it there. But I would say that would be the RAM. Maybe that's the RAM and that's the flash module. Not too sure. Either one, though. So I'll just go ahead and stick that back down there like so. And of course the speaker is, yeah, pretty much like what I said. Out of a cheap pair of earphones, they've just went, yep, that'll do. Stuck that on there, problem solved. But it possibly could have had a second speaker. I mean, it's got two holes on the plastic shroud there for two speakers, but they've just stuck one in there. I don't know if there's there's a solder connection just there for a second one. So if I actually had soldering skills, I could have put an extra speaker there and upgraded this. Done some mad hacks to it. That would have been awesome. But unfortunately, I don't know how to solder, so it's going to just stay a mystery for now. Card slot just there. As I said, the LCD, all the buttons and stuff. I mean, we really have to think, for 2008, for a cheapy thing like this, it's not too bad. If a kid was given this back then, it would have been okay. It's no PSP, that's for sure, but at least it can do a couple of things. Also, there's a hidden switch. Just there. I don't know what that'll do. Let's try it. It doesn't do anything. It serves no purpose. Mystery switch that doesn't do anything. That's okay, we'll just leave it. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together, and I think we'll call this one a video, I think. Just a very random video of me playing around with cheapo game consoles, because I've got a whole bunch of them. After 6 years, this thing still works. That's amazing in itself. So I managed to not put this little piece back in there, but that's okay. I think it all still works. Yep. Beautiful. Don't know why Econ comes up for, but... Yep. The escape button's a little bit crooked now, but that's okay. This will just go back in my collection and probably gather a lot of dust, but at least I've got to play around with it and investigate it and stuff like that. And I got to show everyone that this is the Sony MP4, MP5 SV-2008 made in Japan. Oh, did it say made in China or anywhere in there? Probably did. That's okay. You all know where it's made anyways. If you have owned one of these or something similar, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. But I've got a bunch of other random bootleg game consoles that I want to have a look at on the channel at one point in time. They honestly don't take a lot of time to film and edit, so they're just something that I could put out between main videos, and I honestly don't mind having a look at them because they've been sitting in a box for years and I genuinely want to see if they still work after all these years. And with the case with this one, it still works. After 6 years of having this thing, it still works. It's just crazy, amazing. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you all did have a laugh at this bootleg PMP, PSP, whatever the hell it is. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, as I said, if you want to see more, let me know and I'll make some more, because I've got the Bao Long. If you want to see this, let me know and I can arrange it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. And as always, take care, stay safe, be good people, and I'll see you all in the next video. If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.